Hello guys, welcome to a photo media. Basically today we are in Bemba farm to check out avocado farming in Kenya. And for those who don't know, this still is Chris Kirubi's farm. And yeah, let's spend the day here and get to check out and understand how operations here go. So stay tuned. This is where it all starts. Jikoni, my friends.
The best route you can drive through and see is a walk through in the farm. So you're waiting for your colleagues so that you can have one.
So basically these are the nurseries, and here is the grafting process taking place, as you can see.
You are most welcome, all of you, to this farm called the Benda Estate. I know maybe you have seen a signage somewhere, but we have not publicized ourselves so much. Good, so you are most welcome. Let's not complain about the weather. We are used to. I believe everyone is used to this weather. I don't know how far some have come from, but here in Kenya we are blessed with a lot of rains. So welcome to Benda Farm. We mainly major with avocado, golden has that is. That's the variety we mainly major with. There are so many other varieties, but allow me just to mention, for our case, we just deal with that hash golden. We raise our own seedlings, as you can see, but maybe I can mention some bit of history of this farm. It used to be the large coffee estates, plantations that is, until allowed 5 years ago, when we decided to have a change, to try whether we can do better. That's when we changed from coffee to now avocado. We also have some bananas. If you get a chance to drive around, you will see them. I think the main interest here is avocado, or is it general? Avocado only. So I was saying, for our case, we decided we do our own propagation so that we can be very sure of what we are planting, not to have a doubt of what we are expecting, because it happens. You may source some planting materials from outside or from wherever, but after waiting for like a whole 4 or 5 years, that's when you are realizing what you have is not what you wanted. So in our case, we start from the nursery, as I have mentioned. We only source root stocks. These are some of the root stocks which are not grafted. The root stock comes from the traditional varieties of avocado because of the resistance to failures challenges that are mainly soil-borne. That's why grafting is done. So I was saying we only source root stocks from outside. We come and raise them. Then when they are sizable enough, we source the scions for grafting from our own farm. We only started with a small lot that we sourced from outside. Now from there, that's where now we have multiplied to the larger orchard of our farm. When they get to a sizable stage, I was saying, then we source scions from our own farm. we do the grafting. I think this is self-explanatory, but of course before you come to the grafting, you started by preparing some media to raise the root stock, then you come to grafting. Can somebody, because this is a question that you asked, can somebody tell us why do we have different colors of this union tag, if I may call it that way? Yellow and red, that is.
Maybe different. Yellow, red, and white.
Different varieties. Somebody else?
Different types.
Grafter, that's the answer.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
This is a very specific exercise that is not just done by anybody. Even those that we hire to do it, each one grabs his or her own color, so that at the end of the day we can be able to tell James grafting 99%, John's grafting 20%. Can somebody doubt whether I'm not? Nobody can complain that is that I'm not very sure whether I'm the one who did it. No, you just come with your own color, you graft. Of course, that gives you that confidence of what you are doing. And as I have said, it is a very skilled exercise. That is why it has to be taken that serious. Okay, now at this level, we have to take care of so many things. One, of course, you have to keep your plant well watered, well fed. But there is something very critical, and that's why I've taken up this plant specifically. Can somebody spot something unique?
Yes, I can see the young ones which are growing up.
Yes.
From the sides.
Yes.
Which is not grafted.
Yes. Can you see this? It is a branch from the root stock, not from the grafted scion, from the root stock. If you may happen to buy a seedling and allow a shoot to grow from the root stock, you are done. It will overtake this other grafted one. It will overwhelm it, and you will not have a harsh golden, or you will not get what you wanted. You will remain with the traditional variety or the rootstock variety. So you always have to keep on removing these suckers. Even if you go and plant in the field, you have to maintain the shape. You have to keep on monitoring your trees that they don't lace or they don't allow shoots from the rootstock to grow. And it happens. It happens so much. You happen to see a very vigorous tree, then you are very happy. You are waiting for production. All of a sudden, when somebody knows what is that tells you, you become very disappointed, because what you grafted has died. You have remained with the undesirable variety. Good. From there, okay, this grafting will shoot to that to those other established plants or seedlings. At some point, all those seedlings which are outside there, they were all here. Are you together?
Yes.
They were all here. Of course, at some point, you have to allow them now to start acclimatizing to the natural environment, before you take them to the field. Of course, you can't take a very tender plant to the field. It won't survive. That's why I'm saying all those seedlings, well, they were all here. We had to remove them outside this shade so that they can now start adapting to the natural environment. As we speak now, those seedlings are very ready to be planted. I hope everyone here, if I may assume you are all farmers, if you can buy just 50 pieces each, all that road will be cleared. So we agree that?
Yeah. Is it ready?
Yes, they are ready. They are ready. Yes, a question?
Yes.
Yes.
I wanted to ask what is the percentage of the shed net?
Yeah.
And it is connected. Why aren't you putting the incubation tubes on top? Is it because maybe Moranga is more hotter? Normally in some nurseries we normally cover or we put in the humidity chamber.
Okay. Well, this shade or this net, that is, it is 75%. As in, it restricts 75% of the light to getting. So what it gets in is what? 25%. Of course, there are a number of factors that such nets are desirable or are required. Starting from the root stock. When the root stock seed germinates, there is one theory. If a plant is growing on a limited light environment, common knowledge, what happens? It grows taller very fast, going to look for simple. That's one factor. Your root stock will prolong faster as it goes looking for light. Secondly, when you come to graft, of course, your scion, your root stock and the scions, when you connect them together, of course, that's as a wood. It requires very tender care for it to heal. Is it? So it can't survive on very harsh conditions. At the harsh, mainly, I mean hot temperatures. You have to maintain it at the very lower temperatures. Of course, it's not everybody who does such a project and such a net, but as long as you provide some shade, maybe like a panel like what we have there, it will also work. It will also work. Okay, the weather is tending to be a bit harsh, yes?
How long do the process take in this stage, that stage, and the other stage?
Okay, within one whole calendar year, or 12 months that is, you will have gotten to that stage. Yes.
And how many months to germinate and to graft?
Well, this is a factor of the maturity of the seed, the weather. Some may germinate very fast. 1, 2, 3 months, you may have your root stock. Then you observe it definitely for it to somehow harden to be grafted. But I was saying the whole process basically takes a whole year. Yes?
Yeah, just
One full year.
Yes, 1 full year or 12 months, that is.
Okay. Just a quick one.
Yes.
You know, the new farmers are getting a little bit, you know, you have the traditional, like now, when you look at the experts
Yes.
from outside,
Yeah.
they say they discourage use of the soil. But I've seen your media, is it purely soil?
Not pure soil,
Uh-huh.
sandy soil.
It is sandy soil.
Sandy soil.
Sandy soil.
Can you feel that?
It's more maram. It's maram.
It's madam.
Uh-huh.
That's why I'm talking of sandy. Okay, sandy and malam, they don't have a big difference. The point is just use a media that is well draining. That's the whole idea.
So you can mix the soil with sand.
No. Okay, yes, you can mix soil with the sand, but of course because of cost. You can imagine going to buy a lorry of sand, then you go and get sand.
Yeah.
In our case, we are lucky that we can go somewhere, we excavate Molem,
Yeah,
we
Molem,
just
yeah.
introduce some manure.
Manure organic?
Organic, yes.
I
Organic.
was coming to there now because
Yeah.
there's the issue of manure.
Yes.
There's also the issue of the slow release fertilizer. Are you in any
Now,
way?
that's a management practice now. Yes. Because now the slow release fertilizer, it will not last for a whole year. You have to keep on topping up every now and then until you are seedling.
So like now for you now, for your
Yes.
case, when you start from the bottom and you use the manure, when I can compare, maybe you can share with us your cost per like seedling for the entire, when you're getting your seed for the rootstock
Yes.
to the final, that's one full year.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm trying to compare that
Yes.
with the way, you know, the experts, you know, the
Yes.
inert material, the
Yes.
slow release, the different bagging and all that. So how, what would be
Well,
roughly, what would be your cost of the seedling?
That may be more or less like a secret,
Average, just average.
but it's usually not very high. When you hear somebody selling a seedling, like for instance 200 shillings, the cost of production is, it's very rare to get to 50% of that. Very rare. Very rare. Yes.
Another thing,
Sorry.
it looks like you are grafting at a very low. You are very short.
Not very low. Not very low. You should not go very high. No.
Is there a standard for that one? Like maybe centimeters or what? Or any kind of what?
At most a foot. On average, we work with a foot, at a foot height. If you go beyond that, you are seedling
Survival.
The minimum?
minimum. Well, can you look at this one?
Yes.
Anyway, me mention this. Basically, don't be worried by the height of grafting. What is very important and very critical, when you go to the field to plant this seedling, the rule of that is you should not cover it in the field beyond this level where it was in this pot. That's the rule of that. So don't be worried by the height of grafting. But I'm saying you should not go very high. When you go to plant it in the field, I repeat again, the rule of that is usifunike hii mumea yako above where it was in the nursery.
In the pot.
In the pot. Yes.
So because it is raining,
The manure in the soil, is it how down? Can it be anything? Or
Organic.
It can be anything, but
go down?
it has to be well cured. That's the only.
Not raw.
Usiende kuokota ile fresh. It has to be very well cured.
Okay.
Let me ask.
one question.
Yes.
Let me ask.
Just read anything.
This traditional.
Yes.
Can you look for a different plant other than avocado? And then Zion.
That technology is not there for now.
Okay, what I
Yes.
was asking is about the scion and the stalks.
Yes.
So basically, where do you get this scion from? Locally, or you?
I said initially, we get these scions from our field.
From your own field.
Yes.
So you don't derive from them.
No.
Because
We are very sure of what we are prepared.
When harvesting a soil, how old should the tree be? The tree. Is it even 1 year or 2 years?
No.
Or the big one is only.
The big one only.
and how much?
At least 5 years. At least 5
How
years.
much is one seedling here?
200. By the way, let me mention this. Do we know the best avocado producers here in Kenya? For instance, an example, Kakusi. Kakusi is not very far from here.
What altitude is here, by the way?
Sorry?
What meters are we above the sea level here?
We are at around 1600.
1600.
Around 1600. I was saying we usually benchmark ourselves with the Kakusi.
Okay, another question I was asking about.
Yes.
How old, when you were doing the grafting,
Yes.
so the scion you were picking from your own field,
Yes.
how old is the plant, the age of the plant?
That question has been asked on this side again, but
I was not
where, if possible,
Yeah.
your tree should be mature.
mature.
Yes. At
Approximately.
least 5 years.
So
My name is Abdulatif. I'm an agronomist from Uganda. What I've seen in comparison with avocado farming in Uganda and Kenya, the farming in Kenya is a little bit above the good. They have the good practices, whereby I encourage Ugandans to be learning from Kenyans. So even the agronomists from Uganda encourage you to learn the good best agronomic practices from the Kenyans, because they're having the yields that we are looking forward to. From the conference to today, I've learned a lot of things. I've seen the different value chain players and how they can help the avocado industry. From the conference, I saw that the whole value chain starts from the nursery to the production, then also to the transportation. Then here at the farm, I'm also looking at the best nutritional programs for the trees and how to kind of manage the trees so that the orchard can be commercially viable. How to play around with the light. There are trees that were grafted in shades of over 75%. I saw them, they were being staked a little, and those that were grafted in, those that have more light were not staked. So I learned that the issue of playing around with light helps in producing quality seedling. Anyone ready to get into the avocado, I really pray that request you that the fundamental economics for the avocado is there, the value chain is supported, the yields are there, and the agronomic support is there. Me as mission producer, I do provide farmers with such support. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Andrew Logan. I'm from New Zealand and I run a company called Avocado Health Limited, or Avo Health, and we're a boutique international consultancy advising on avocado oil all over the world, but particularly focused on East Africa, and when it comes down to it, Kenya's where I do most of my work. Well, meeting lots of people at the Congress, there was a discussion that there weren't huge numbers of people there, but everyone was kind of relaxed and stopped to talk. There was huge interest. I made a presentation at the Congress which was about how avocado oil will be more valuable than fresh avocado exports in the times to come, and I was offering suggestions on how we need to make avocado oil more valuable than that. And of course a lot of people are pretty interested in that. It's fair comment that the fresh avocado exporters have lots of challenges at the moment. This year the extra challenge is the closure of the Suez Canal because of the political problems there. And yeah, my country, New Zealand, we are very small avocado growers compared with Kenya. Almost everything that we grow is Hass avocado. There are a few Fuerte, but we don't have any local varieties like Kenyans have the jumbo variety, for example. We are primarily Hass. Most years we export 80% of our crop. As a population, we love to eat avocados, so the very good ones that didn't make export quality get eaten in the fresh fruit markets at home, and there's relatively little left for oil processing. To try and optimize the quality of the fruit that you're growing so that you can export them, because at the moment that's where you get the best return per kilogram. The Horticultural Crops Directorate for Kenya said that last year that 22% of the crop was exported. So that means that 1 out of every 4, more or less, was exported, and the other 3 were available for processing. A farmer in Kenya currently earns more money from selling those 3 kilograms to an oil factory compared with selling 1 kilogram to an export pack house. However, he's not earning as much per kilogram for the fruit that go to the oil factory, and that's what we need to change so that he is earning more.